Hi, I'm Carmen Renis, and today I'm going to talk about alternative assessment, specifically about essays. So, the purpose of an essay is to present a coherent argument in response to a stimulus or question and to persuade the reader that your position is credible. Now, we have some types of essays. We have three standard forms of essays. Number one, role play essays. And in this one, students respond to the essays as if he or she is performing a specific role in the essay. Now, number two, structured essays. Structured essays are essays which have specific questions or topics that require answers. This type of essays is useful if the assessors wish to test specific knowledge and techniques. It is also easier to mark as the assessors know what type of answers to expect. Now, number three is the interpretation of data evidence essays. In this one, students are asked to write an essay based on data from a report or experiment they produce or from an external source. Now, when should you use essays? You can use essays to aid learning, to assess writing skills, if you want to provide a diagnostic medium, or for creative thinking. Now, what does it measure or assess? What skills are developed? Now, I have here some skills and something that it measures. For example, ability to organize ideas effectively, the ability to present his ideas in a logical and coherent order, the ability to criticize a statement, the ability to justify a statement, the ability to interpret it, and also the skill of logical and creative thinking and critical reasoning. Now, the sequence. We have this as a general structure of essays. So we can say that we can divide it in three steps or in three parts. Number one will be introduction. And this one is an excellent place to hook readers so that they will want to keep reading. Number two, body paragraphs. Now, it's very important that we define first how many paragraphs we want in the body paragraph part so students know beforehand how many paragraphs to write. Now, the step number three, conclusion. At the end of an essay, the author should restate or readdress the thesis statement in some way. So that will be part of the conclusion. Now we have some advantages and disadvantages. Now, advantages. We have essays have the ability to assess all levels of learning objectives. It encourages original and creative thinking. Now for disadvantages. As essays are very time consuming to answer and to correct, they are not recommended if only low level of learning outcomes are assessed, which can be assessed by multiple choices or short answers question instead. Now, grading may be influenced by other factors such as handwriting and length of response. Although guessing is not possible in essay assessments, but bluffing is. Now, some examples. We have one example per each standard form. So for role-based essays, it can be this one, write a letter to the local country council explaining the environmental issues in the area and requesting them to produce some measures, giving evidences and social arguments from government reports. Now, an example is structured essays. They can discuss and compare some of the soliloquies in terms of its style, syntax, and imagery, if we're talking about Shakespeare's play. Now, for number three, as an example of interpretation of data evidence essays, using measurements found in the laboratory explain and discuss the chemical reactions between the two main elements found. And that will be it. Thank you.